Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a custom wall. In particular, I'm going to address the cedar siding texture in Revit. In particular, I know that some people had some questions about the line work not coming in shaded mode to show which side is the cedar. And so let's take a look at that. But first, let's take a look at this website, architecture.es, and we're going to download a material from here. So let's just go to Timber. And then let's change our surface to wall. And let's take a look at some of these. And I'm going to pick this one here. And these are some pretty good quality images. I'm pretty happy with this website. So I wanted to show it to you. And we'll just download this JPEG. And I'm going to show it in my folder. And then I'm going to slide that over to my desktop just for ease of access. And let's go into Revit now. So in Revit, I've already brought in some textures here for a little comparison. So over here I have one wall, and over here I have another. I'm going to change that to a exterior cedar siding. I'd overridden them. So Revit has a few things already kind of built in for their clapboard siding. So I'm actually going to go and we'll take a little look at what I did to edit this wall. So under here, these are the layers I have, and if it's a 2x4 exterior wall, just note that you're going to have spray foam on the inside to meet your R value. Otherwise, you can go 2x6, and that would just be 5.5 inches thick for the softwood lumber. For the function of the material, here I brought in my own texture, but if I went to like siding clapboard, this is what Revit would have by default. And then actually on that siding clapboard material, by default, there would be no pattern. And so this is what a lot of people ask me about. And so taking a look at our walls here, you'll see that when you're in realistic mode, the pattern shows up. And then on the interior side, right, there's our gypsum wallboard or our drywall. If I turn off and I go to hidden line, everything looks the same. And same thing in shaded. Everything looks the same, basically. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit the type of the clapboard. So under structure, under the material for clapboard, I'm going to click on the three dots under surface pattern, which is under graphics tab with siding clapboard highlighted. I'm going to click on pattern, and I'm going to scroll down to horizontal small and say OK. I'm going to say apply and OK, and we can see that it updates our model. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to go into realistic mode. And we can see that we have this nice texture, and actually Revit does a pretty good job modeling this clapboard siding. But let's say we wanted to do a like a vertical kind of custom siding. We can go into our wall, edit type, and we are going to duplicate this wall, and we're just going to call it exterior cedar vertical siding, and say OK. Now under here, we're going to edit, and we're going to click on our material, click the three dots. And to do this correctly, we have to actually go under here and create a new material. We can't just duplicate this material. I found that it overrides it quite often. So we have to create a new material. And with this new material, let's right click and rename it to siding, vertical cedar. And now we can search for that. I lost it. Siding vertical cedar. If I click on that, we can change our surface pattern right away to these vertical small lines. You can also search for them and say OK. And then under the appearance tab, where there's no image, we can click on that, and we can browse for the image we want. And so I'm going to do a couple. So I have a vertical wood siding already downloaded. So I'm going to click on that and say open. But I'm going to go to edit this image real quick. And I want to change the tile, the size of the tile. So it comes in at 1 foot by 1 foot. But with how the shadows are on this piece, see how it's darker on the top than it is the bottom? It's not the best image to tile. So I'm going to set it to the height of what I have my walls going to. So I have them going from level 1 to level 2 at 8 foot high. So I'm going to change the scale by unlinking it. No, the scale is fine. I'm going to change the sample size. No, scale's what I want. I'm going to change that to 4 foot in width, and I'm going to change that to 8 foot in height. And now that's going to kind of elongate everything. Say done, say apply, and OK, and OK, and OK. And so now this wall has become different than this one. Okay, and you might like the textures a lot more, you might not. You can play around with that. I'm going to make one more wall here so you can see how I can do this again. So I'm going to go to wall. I'm going to change my wall to be exterior. Let's just go Cedar vertical and draw that out. Hit escape, highlight it, press spacebar to flip it around. And then here you can see it's taller. You can see the shadow effect. I'm going to send it to the height of my level. So that's one way you can deal with it. Another way you can deal with those shadows is picking a texture that doesn't have shadows on one end so it tiles better. All right, so I'm going to take this and let's change this wall now. We're going to edit type. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to call it exterior custom horizontal siding. Say OK. Under structure, hit edit. Under the material, we're going to change that material. We're going to make a new material, create new. Let's see if I can not lose it this time. I'm going to edit the material. I'm going to say siding, comma. Makes it easier to search. And then custom horizontal, just call it wood for right now. There it is. Click on it. Surface pattern, let's just change it to have a horizontal surface pattern. And then under appearance, click on the image. And let's find the one that I downloaded from the architecture's website. And so I don't even remember what I named it as. Custom cedar siding texture, was that it? I don't know, let's find out. Say open. No, that was one from before. It might be this timber. Yeah, that was it. And let's see what happens before we scale it. So let's just say apply and OK, OK, and OK. And let's see how it comes in. So it comes in really small, right? Almost doesn't look like wood. So let's change the size on that scale. So just quick edit type, edit structure, click on the material, 3 dots. We have the custom wood texture under appearance. Let's click on the image. Take note, there's a lot of other things. We can make it glossy and all that. And let's change the scale. And let's just try the good old 8 foot by 4 foot. I have to type in feet. 8 foot by 4 foot width. Let's try that and say done. Apply and OK. Okay, and okay. Come on, there we go. So a little bit better. And if we really wanted to, we could really stretch these boards out quite a bit more so it looks less tiled. We can also change the color and the hue under some of the edit settings. So that's pretty much how you create your own custom walls in Revit. They're going to turn out great. It's going to make your renderings a lot better. So you have less to do in Photoshop. So it's kind of a neat little trick that you have now in your back pocket. Don't forget to save and subscribe. And also don't forget to share and like this video to help me grow this channel. Really looking forward to making more videos for you. Once again, this video came from a user question. So keep asking questions and I'll keep making videos. Thanks a lot. See you next time.